Yo, guys, fears, audience fears. Wait a minute. Coffee first, then stream. All right, now we can proceed. Guys, fears, audience fears. How art is thou? Thouest is good. Got plenty of sleep, plenty of rest. By the way, Star Wars shirt on. Oh yeah, baby. To match my Star Wars hat. Oh yeah, I think you guys are getting it by now. Today, we are reviewing Night at the Museum. We're going to be reviewing Masters of the Universe. Quite the 80s, 90s classic. And guess what? Fears has got a mini Walmart haul. So we're going to be digging in deep to that. So anyway, let me open up the chat and let's start the show. Anyway, okay, here we go. And there we are. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's Thursday. One more day until the weekend. One more day. We just got to get past Friday, and then everybody can have their Saturday and Sunday off. I cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic, guys. All right, let me see. Let me just open up the chat here. There we are. There we go. We got 3 people watching. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Be sure to ask those questions, bring up those topics within reason. Put them in the chat. That's right. Yo, 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 yo! Heroes and villains and collectibles is here. Still no stream time, buddy, but I'll get you on just as soon as I possibly can. So, time for some updates. So, I'm thinking this weekend, since Fears went and saw Scream last weekend, which, by the way, spectacular. Spectacular. You guys have got to see it. It's so good. So, heroes, take you and the wife, take the kids, you know. Make it a whole family thing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, buddy, new mug, Heroes, the Infinity Saga. Oh, yeah, that's right. All of the Avengers. Well, not all of them, some of them. And then they got the Avengers symbol. You can barely see the Avengers symbol, but it's on there. So, yeah. Stiggy Pete says, it's the Fears Man. Looking happy, dude. Great to see you. I'm always happy, buddy. I'm always happy. Like, listen, you guys know this. You guys know this. If I'm upset, you guys can totally tell. If you guys know I'm sad, I'll probably talk about it because I need to confide in you guys. But today I'm having a great day. Hero says, nah, you good, my friend. I'm just chilling. What, you're not a big Scream fan, buddy? Come on, get in there. Get in some Screamage. Get in some Screamage, man. Well, anyway, update time. Like I said, last weekend I saw Scream. It's pretty spectacular. I went to FYE. I may go to FYE again this weekend because I had such a good time and found so many goodies. I may have to go back and buy some more goodies. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This weekend for sure, though. Friday is St. Patrick's Day, so be sure to get your green. Get your green shirt. Get your green shirt on. Friday, so Fears will be having a green shirt on. I'm going to be streaming. And I may top off that Crystal Skull Vodka bottle. So, watch Fears drink out of the boot. Not Heroes and Villains boot. Oh, that's right. I have my own boot. So, that's what I'm going to be doing on Friday. Like I said, Saturday and Sunday, I know for a fact I'm going to get my hair cut. But I haven't decided on if I'm going to go. I'm thinking about going back to the movie theaters to go see Creed 3. And then after Creed 3, go to FYE again. Because I'm telling you, I had so much fun at that FYE. They have everything there. I may do a mini vlog there. I mean, they've got so many classic movies there, guys. It's beyond belief. I mean, it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Fears bought, I mean, I spent $125 last weekend at that store. So I can't do that again. I'm going to have to limit myself to maybe like 2 picks, maybe 3 picks. We'll see. So, yeah. Stinky Pete says, you know what, Fears? You should just totally go nuts. Keep growing out your hair and grow an afro. Nothing against people with afros. That's just not my thing, Stinky Pete. I think I'll pass. But cheers. Cheers with Fears. Have some beers. And just please, no tears. So that's my policy. Cheers with fears. Drink some coffee or some beers. And just please, no tears. That's right. No tears. All positive stuff. Let's see, what else? Oh, I talked to my grandma yesterday. I'll be honest, guys. I'm a little worried about Grandma Fears. She's starting to lose her hearing, so I pretty much have to scream into the phone. So, but I always feel bad, though. And my aunt, I called my aunt, and my grandma's been kind of staying with my aunt the last couple of weeks, or actually the last couple of months, because the death of my dad has really took a toll on my grandma. It's took a toll on all of us. So my aunt got on the phone and said, hey, John, I just want to let you know your grandma she's just testing out her new hearing aids. And I said, oh, okay. I said, yeah, no worries. And then she's like, well, you may have to speak a little loud because sometimes she rests and takes them out. And right now she doesn't have them in. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, I got it. So I'm like, hey, Grandma, what's going on? It's John. And she's like, hello? And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I better say it louder. So I talked to her in my car, and I was pretty much yelling. I was like, Grandma, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I miss you. I can't wait to come to Missouri and see you. I'm like, I love you. I miss you so much. She's like, oh, John, yes, I can't wait to see you too. And she's like, I miss you like crazy. I was like, listen, Grandma, I miss you like crazy too. She goes, I'm ready for a big John hug. I was like, listen, I'm like, I'll give you more than a John hug. I said, I'll give you a big John kiss on the side of your cheek, Grandma, and I will give you a big John hug. I said, no worries about that. She's like, can we go to lunch? I'm like, Grandma. I'm like, of course we can go to lunch. I'm like, anywhere you want to go. Anywhere. Why? Because you're Grandma, and you're the best. She's like, I'm thinking Applebee's. I was like, we can do that. I'm like, we can do that. I'm like, we can do Applebee's. Because we did Applebee's last, and that's one of my grandma's favorite lunch places. If it's not Applebee's, then she loves, what's that place called? Me and Sam went to it the first time Sam was, in a vlog. And Sam drank like 7 sweet teas. Where the hell did we go? Give me a second. I hate having a bad memory. What the hell is that place called? Oh, Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. So, my grandma's 2 favorite spots, Cracker Barrel or Applebee's. And I told her, I'm like, listen, I love food from both of those restaurants, Grandma. I'm like, we can do that. We can do that. So Grandma's doing all right. Stinky Pete says, well, Fierce, just go with me on this. How about corn rolls? I'm thinking about it. Hang on. Burn in hell! No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking, Stinky. See? You didn't see that coming, buddy. You didn't see that coming. No, I'm just joking. No corn rolls for Fierce. You know what? I do the classic haircut. Look at this. Look how thick this is, man. Look. And then the neck hair. Look at this. The neck hair is just... Normally, I go get the $5 neck trims because it is impossible. I've tried a couple of times to take the razor and do my own. And I can get some of my neck hair, but not all. So, my advice to you guys out there, don't try to trim your own neck hair. Learn from Fierce. I thought, I'll be able to save $5 or $6. It's impossible to get all the neck hair back there. So normally I either get the $5 neck trim, like about a week or 2 after I get a haircut to trim it up, or I just wait until I get a full-on haircut, and then I'm just like, hey, while you're back there, can you just get rid of all that neck hair and just kind of trim up my hair? So, but I need more than a trim. I mean, this is thick. This is thick hair. And even my boss was... Well, she didn't say anything bad. She goes, John, normally you're like the clean-cut, shaven guy. She goes, what's with the straggly beard? I said, well, listen, every once in a blue moon, I do enjoy, having some 5 o'clock shadow. And she goes, you do look good with a beard. She goes, or you do look good with 5 o'clock shadow. She goes, I've seen you in both. Because I did, when I started working at the factory, I did have a mini beard. It wasn't a full-fledged beard. She's like, you look good both ways. And I said, thanks. I said, I appreciate that. So, yeah, let's see. Stinky Pete says, you know what, Fierce? I'm not even kidding. Corn rolls would look awesome on you. That's not going to happen. Nothing against people with corn rolls, but I like more of the traditional, cut, Stinky Pete. Stinky Pete, can I ask you a question? Now, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Give me a second. My ear, for some reason, it's got water in it. I just had a shower and it's irritating the hell out of me. So forgive me. I've got a question, Stinky Pete. Now, you don't have to answer this. I'm just curious. I try, you guys get to know me quite a lot. But sometimes I like to ask you guys questions and get to know you guys. Now, you guys are more than welcome to answer. You don't have to answer. So I'm just curious. But where does Stinky Pete hail from? And are you a guy or are you a girl? Because it's tough. It's tough to figure out who you guys are by just a profile picture. Because you guys, I don't watch you guys. You guys watch me. And some of you guys, I've checked your guys' profiles. Some of you guys have content. And some of you guys don't have content. So it's kind of hard. I'm like, do they make content or do they just make up a channel just to watch me? I'm just curious. So I'm just curious. Where are you from, Stinky Pete? And are you a guy or are you a girl? Just curious. Just curious. All right, so you're a girl. So if you're a girl, then where did... Oh, not England. Well, this is kind of interesting. Oh, okay. All right. Well, my mom is from England and her brothers are from England. I've got British blood. I've got almost that entire island. My grandfather, my British grandfather, he was half British and he was half Irish. So I've got British in me. I've got Irish in me. I've got Scottish. I've got Welsh. I've got Poland a little bit. And that's from my dad's side, the Polish. What else? Scottish. I got that whole island. I'm not kidding you not. Wow. Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that I got some British fans. Hell yeah. I'm amazed when people say like, oh, hey, I'm from Canada. I'm from, Africa. And I'm like, they watch Fears Man from so far away? Oh. The Stinky Pete name is from... Oh, that's right. Yeah, but isn't Stinky Pete... Wait, who's Stinky Pete? Is he like... No, that's Slink. Slinky's the wiggly dog, right? Stinky... Wait, we've had this conversation. Stinky Pete is from part 2. He's the cowboy in the box, right? The correct? Gosh, Fears' memory has gone to shit. Shot. But I didn't know you were from Newcastle. Now, I don't think I've ever... I would say, these are the British places I've went to, Stinky Pete. I've never been to Newcastle. I've been to London, Bridlington, Bristol, Skyborough, Cottingham, York, Manchester, Hull. What else? Wait, hang on. Yo, Visions! I heard a joke today, if you want to hear it. Of course I do. Of course I want to hear a joke, buddy. Meme it up, joke it up. I'm just talking to Stinky Pete right now. She said she's a girl, so that's a plus. She's from England, Newcastle. Stinky Pete, do you mind telling me how old you are? I'm just curious. So I'm trying to figure out where in England I've been, because I've been to England 25 times in my life. So I've been to London, Bristol, Bridlington, Skyborough, York, Manchester, Hull, Cottingham. What's that city near Stonehenge? I haven't been to Stonehenge, but I've been in the city near Stonehenge. Stonehenge is still on my bucket list. Stinky Pete, help me out. What's that city near Stonehenge? I haven't been to Stonehenge, but there's like a city like 10 minutes away. I've been to that city. I think that's all the cities I've been to. They have great beaches there. Whenever it's warm enough to go to the beach, Yeah, Visions. Let's hear the joke. Shout out to Lord Visions. And I haven't checked the mail yet, buddy. But Visions told me the mugs are coming this Friday, which will be great. Which will be great because Fears is going to be doing a drunken stream. That's right, you heard me, Visions. I'm going to try to top off that vodka bottle in in the fridge. I have not had a sip of the Crystal Skull vodka since Christmas. It's been chilling in the fridge. So it's going to be nice tasting, nice and cold, because it's been, it's just been rotting in there, Not rotting, but you know what I mean. So I cannot wait. Salisbury. I think that's what it is, Stinky Pete. Salisbury. So yeah. How do you know when a Polish woman gets a new vibrator? Ooh, kinky. Well, give me a second, Visions. Let me think about this. How do you know when a Polish woman gets a vibrator? I don't know. Tell me, Visions. Tell me. Yeah, so Stinky Pete, I've been to Salisbury. So Stinky Pete, since you've sparked my curiosity now. So you're from England. You're a woman. But is she a sexy woman? Well, all women are sexy in their own way. Well, almost all women. Carrie, that's quite a stretch. But I don't want to say anything mean. But most women are beautiful in their own. You know what? Carrie is beautiful in her own way. In her manic way. Her teeth are chipped. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's right. Well, I mean, they would be chipped, right? Visions, So there it is. Now, all women are beautiful in their own way. Let's see here. No, Stinky Pete. So I have another question. I like to get to know my fans. So when and how did you find out about the Fears Man 26 and Fears Vlogs channel? I'm just curious. Were you just rummaging through YouTube and you're like, oh, I'll watch this hilarious guy? Or did someone tell you about it? I'm curious. How did you find out? And do your friends in England, have you told your friends about the Fears Man? I'm just curious. Well, Visions, I have to know where and when did you hear that joke? Because that joke's pretty hilarious. That made my day, buddy. That joke was pretty hilarious. And thank God, Visions, I didn't mean to say tomorrow. I am streaming tomorrow, but I meant today too. I was just texting Visions. I'm like, hey man, I just got up. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. And then all of a sudden I got out of the shower. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I didn't mean tomorrow. And I read your message, Visions. And I'm like, fucking hell, I meant today. I'm like, he's gonna miss today's show. So then I had to quickly write Visions back and be like, hey, Visions, I'm sorry. I'm tired, man. I meant today, and I am going to stream tomorrow. So get ready for a St. Patrick's Day. That's right. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patty's Day. And I'm going to be watching the Boondock Saints. I almost said the Goon. The Boondock Saints, because they have a big St. Patrick's Day scene in that movie. I'm going to be watching The Leprechaun. That's right, Visions. I'm going to be watching. I don't know about the entire series. I have the entire series, but I'm going to try to get through as many Leprechaun movies drunk as I possibly can. That's right. I'm going to be doing a drunken stream, or I'm going to try to do. I mean, I only have a little bit of alcohol left, but I'm going to try to top off the bottle. So yeah. Let's see. I found you through your Resident Evil stream. Oh, nice. Okay, there we are. I showed my friends, but they don't like you. Well, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm just joking, Stinky Pete. Well, I'm glad that you like me. But now, can I ask, why don't they like me? But again, that's their personal opinion. You're either gonna love Fears or you're gonna hate Fears. That's with anyone's channel, not just my channel. People watch Carrie and they're like, wow, fucking hilarious. Other people are like, yeah, okay, cool. And again, I don't have anything against Carrie. The manic stuff, the manic stuff is the only thing I can't stand. She's too manic. But whenever she's nice, Carrie's a nice person. Oh, so you heard it on a fitness YouTube channel. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, Visions, are you getting back into shape like Fears? Nice. Nice, buddy. Nice. Well, I'll be honest, buddy. The last time I saw that photo of you, or that music video, I could kind of make out what Lord Vision looks like. In that music video, you didn't look too much overweight. I'm overweight. That's why Fears. I've been slowly getting back into the gym. So I've been looking at that Stairmaster, and I'm like, oh, fuck you, Stairmaster. All right. Oh, okay, what the hell? Let's do it, So I've been getting in there. Let's see. I may do the same. I've subbed to the Peacock channel, and they all have The Leprechaun movies. Yeah, buddy. Well, I think the better question is, I'll give you a fierce-ism. The better question is why wouldn't you want to watch some hilarious Leprechaun movies? I've yet to get to Tales from, I'm sorry, Leprechaun, Tales from the Hood. And then Leprechaun, Tales from the Hood Part 2, or whatever the hell that one is. So I've seen all the others. I just haven't got to one. Why the hell would a leprechaun go to the hood? But I can't wait to find out. Let's see. Stinky Pete says, I think it was the appearance thing. The appearance thing. Oh, the way I looked? Okay, I got you. Stinky Pete says, I think you're hot, though. I appreciate that. See, why can't an American woman say that? You know, that would be nice. You know, that's nice to hear. You know, but what are the chances? You know, that would be kind of cool. My dad married a British woman. You know, I could follow in my father's footsteps. I wouldn't mind marrying a British woman. British women are hot. Every time I go to England, I'm like, ooh, you know. So I appreciate you saying that, Stinky Pete. Yeah, just I would love to hear that from more women. You know, get the self-confidence up. You know. Let's see. Hell yeah, Pete. Yeah, you YouTube chunked me back up. You YouTube chunked me back up. No, I do like British women. I do like British women. I don't know where you got that from, Stinky Pete. I said I do like British women. I said I could follow in my father's footsteps because my dad married a British one. I just said I like British women. I said British women are hot. I don't know where you got that from. I just said British women are hot. I think they're hot. I mean, every time I go to England, I find 5 or 6 hot women. Every time I go visit my British family. And I'll be honest, it's been a long time since I went to go visit them because of the pandemic. The last time I went to go visit my British family was in 2011 for my cousin Samantha's wedding. So it's been a minute. Vision, I don't know what you're on about. What's yeah, YouTube chunked me back up. Oh, no, wait, I get what you're saying. Okay, never mind. God, I'm so tired. I'm having a brain fart. Chunk, like Chunk from the Goonies. I got you. Yeah, well, it happens, buddy. Well, you know what chunked me up? It was a mixture of laziness, depression, my dad dying, and then working at that security job because, oh, God, that security job was just eating away at fears. I was just like, dude, first of all, the money sucks, right? The money sucks. Second of all, I was like, some locations are good. I'll be honest, sometimes I miss the security gig. Depending on, sometimes I would be doing security jobs at like luxurious places. They were really nice. And then other times, it would be a great luxurious place, like a bank or like a massive hotel that had like 47 floors, like the Hyatt. I did a security job in downtown Orlando at the Hyatt. That place was fucking epic. But the managers just sucked Donkey Kong balls. Notice that video game reference. And I was like, well, I don't need to put up with their bullshit. And I mean, I don't mind listening to my boss, but it was like stuff like, really, Fears? Like, you combed your hair that way? And I'm like, what's wrong with my hair? And they're like, be more professional, Fears. And I'm like, it doesn't get more professional than combing my hair in a comb over. And I was like, and I had to speak up. I'm like, hey, guess what? Do I tell you how to comb your hair? No. I'm like, enough said. I'm like, I like to comb my hair this way. She's like, no, comb it the other way. And I'm like, she's mentally ill. I'm like, I'm not combing my hair the other way just because she told me to. I said, no, I'm fine. I'll comb it this way. I'm going to get on my security rounds. So it was one thing or the other, Visions. It was either great managers and a shitty location or an amazing security location to secure and shitty managers. So I was like, yeah, fuck this. I've had enough. And then it only took me like maybe a couple of weeks to a month to find my factory job. And I love it. Every boss there is absolutely amazing. Super nice people. The nicest people I've probably ever met in my life. So yeah. Stinky Pete says, well, hopefully I'm one of the 5 or 6. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know, Stinky Pete, because I've never seen a picture of you. But you seem nice. You seem. I can't go by a profile pic. And a profile pic, it's not even a lady. It's you've got an old man with like a Santa Claus beard. But you seem nice. You seem nice. You seem really nice. I would love to meet all my fans one of these days. So maybe, one day if I get big enough, Stinky Pete, you're more than welcome to come to America and come to a Fears fan meetup whenever that happens, Hell, I'm meeting Lord Visions next year. Lord Visions, And I'll be honest, Stinky Pete, whenever I do go to England, there's more than 5 or 6 girls that I think are hot. I'm just giving an example. Like 10 times out of 12, I find more than 5 or 6 hot chicks. I'm just saying in general, But yeah. But no, Visions, I get it. I understand, man. I didn't even mean to chunk up, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be honest. You didn't even look that chunky, Visions, when you sent me that music video. Like, you looked all right, you know what I'm saying? So we'll both be fine. We'll shed the pounds. Hopefully I can shed the pounds, by the time I come to see you, Visions, you know what I'm saying? We'll get there. I'm telling you, though, the death of my dad really took a toll on me. And it would take a toll on anyone. Like Visions, he told me about his dad. That really sucks, So I get it, Visions. I get it. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up all the updates, and then we're gonna get to the little mini Walmart haul that I have. I have a little mini one here. And then we're going to be reviewing old school, semi-old school. That's what we're going to be reviewing. I'm in a dirty bulk phase. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. I mean, I used to be like skinny mini, like lean it up. I used to have like a tiny mini 6-pack. Now I have like a 24-pack. That's right. Notice that joke there? Well, at least Fears can, joke around about my weight, So, yeah. So, well, you know what, Stinky Pete? I am so glad that you're here. And yes, I agree. I love the video game streams. And I miss Sam so much. And I miss playing video games with him. Because I don't have a video game system here. But, one day. I've got so many systems back at my house collecting dust. So one of these days I'll have to rank them out of the box and wipe off the dust and plug them onto the TV. And then I'll probably have to call Exhume Visions, or I'll have to call Pixel, because I know you have to buy a certain thing that you have to attach that allows you to record video games off your TV and have it streamed on your computer. So I would have to figure that out. And I know for a fact Visions knows how to do that. And I know because Pixel does it all the time when he does make content for Pixel Protocol. He does a lot of like right now he's focusing a lot on his wrestling. I like his wrestling videos. I just like Pixel Protocol more. Because Pixel's he's really big into wrestling. I only like a little bit of wrestling. But I support his channel because he's my buddy. He's my friend. So I've subscribed to both of his. But whenever he does stream, I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I ever did a streaming thing, I'm like, I'd have to ask Pixel. Because Pixel, he streams video games once in a blue moon. He knows how to do it. So, yeah. Anyway. But, yeah, Visions, don't think like that, Don't think like that. You'll get unchunked. Did I just make up a word? Unchunked? That's hilarious. I'll get unchunked. You'll get unchunked. It'll be all right, buddy. It'll be okay. It'll be good. Well, Stinky Pete, listen, like I said, I really appreciate you being a fan. And I think it's cool that you're from England because I have British roots, so that's pretty cool. So try to get some more British people to subscribe, So spread, Stinky Pete, if you could, spread the word about my channel. That would help out. Vision said, I streamed for a few weeks on Twitch. I just use NES emulators and UBS controllers with OBS. Just do that. Okay. But again, see, that's like foreign knowledge to me, Visions. I would literally have to be like, Sam, decrypt what Visions just said for me. Or I'd be like, Pixel, read what Visions just said, because I kind of know what emulators are, because Sam introduced me to a few emulators. But, yeah. They'd have to help me set it all up. Yo, triple, nickel, pickle, tickle, wickle, sickle, dickle, hickle is in the house. All right, Fears, we've waited long enough. Time to show us the St. Patty's Day tree. You want to see it? You want to see it? Guess what? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there's nothing, buddy. There's nothing over there. Look at that. Nothing. You don't deserve a St. Patty's Day tree, you son of a bitch. I'm just joking. Maybe one day. Keep hanging in there, buddy. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Hey, guess what, Triple? Stinky Pete thinks I'm super mega flowing hot. So cheers to that. And cheers to hot British ladies in Newcastle and in England in general. So there it is. Triple, dang it, Fears, you're running out of time. Listen, it's not going to happen. You know my policy. I do a Halloween tree, and I do a Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas tree. And that's it. And you know how stubborn I am. It'll always be that. A Halloween tree, because Halloween, Christmas are my two favorite holidays. It would go in this order. Halloween, then Christmas. Hell, I love Halloween more than my birthday. What does that tell you? I love Halloween. Halloween, then Christmas, then my birthday. There you are. All the other holidays, yeah, they're all right. Like, the only thing I like about Thanksgiving is hanging out with your family, when I do get to hang out with my family. And then my mom's turkey is legendary. Not phenomenal, legendary. My mom's turkey, because my mom got the recipe from good old Grandma Fears. And Grandma Fears is a hell of a cook. And my mom is a hell of a cook. She always has been. Because she learned how to cook from my British grandma. And unfortunately, my British grandma has passed away. But she smoked a lot. So everybody knew it was coming. But I still miss her a lot. Because my British grandma was amazing. She was awesome. She was awesome. Still is awesome. But see, now she's hanging out with my dad. So at least my dad, can keep her company. So, by the way, guys, my dad's birthday was this week. So I wanted to say thanks a lot for all the birthday wishes to my dad. I really appreciate that. I'm sure he appreciates that too. My mom sent me a photo. My mom went to my dad's grave. It was a nice photo, but my mom said it was very emotional. I said, listen, I can understand. She went and got him a massive bouquet of flowers. And since my dad was in the military, my dad's in a military grave, in a military cemetery. And I've told this before, when we went there, they keep it not just immaculate. If one little shred of paper is on the floor, they have like gardeners go out every 10 to 15 minutes on the hour, and they clean it up. If one blade of grass is out of is longer than the other, they trim it. So they keep it immaculate, which I love, because I'm like, well, not only does my dad deserve that, but every soldier in there deserves that, because I support the troops. And there's thousands, and when I mean thousands, thousands and thousands and thousands. I couldn't tell you how many was in there. And they all have white, you've seen those military gravestones. And my mom said they're about to lay the grass down around my dad's area, because they have to wait, because they're all in a row. And once they get a new section, then they lay down the sod, and then they grow the grass there. But whenever we were picking that place, I guess the funeral, or not the funeral, the cemetery, whoever owns that said, well, the reason why we do that is we have so many soldiers coming. So each line has 100 soldiers in it, and then we put another line, and then another line, and then another line, and then another line. And she goes, that's why we have so much property, because we have to fit as many in there as possible. And she goes, so we don't want to lay the grass down and then re-dig it up. So they said, once that area that your dad's in is all finished, then we lay down the grass, and then we put another one. So my mom was there, and she brought my dad some flowers. Then another family member brought another bouquet of flowers. And then my mom stuck a flag in the ground near my dad's grave. And then my mom brought my dad some birthday cake and took a photo. So I was like, that's really nice, Mom. That's really nice. So happy birthday to my dad. Let's see. Triple says, well, did you say you're thinking about doing a turkey tree next year? No, I did not say that. You want that, but I didn't say that. Let's see. Next, yeah, in between Halloween and no, it'll always be Christmas and Halloween. Triple. I hate to burst your bubble. I think you need to establish yourself as the tree guy. I'm good, buddy. I'm really good. I don't have that much energy to switch up my tree, because then I would have it up all year, and I don't want to have up my tree all year. Hell, I was lazy, and I just took it down a couple of weeks ago, like it should have already been down. So, yeah. So, anyway. But yeah, Visions, when I come to visit, I know you got some video games. I would love to video game it up with you. So we got to add that to the list, buddy. But I'm telling you, Visions, keep your thinking cap on. Keep thinking of awesome ideas of what we could do. I'll probably bring this shirt because I love Star Wars. Plus, it's black, so then I can just goth it up with Visions. Because I don't classify myself as a goth, but I do. Black's one of my favorite colors too. Even though black is not considered a color. Shh. Black and gray are not considered colors. But yeah. And how did I know that? Well, Fierce took a lot of painting classes in college. I loved it. My senior year, I just goofed off in college. Like, I remember the dean called me in and said, "Mr. Fears, you are on top of things." And I was like, "Is that good?" And she goes, "Yes, it's very good." She goes, "You don't have to do your senior year." She goes, "You did a double major in 3 years." And I was like, "Well, it was tough." So I did 8 years of school in 3 years. And I said, "So what does this mean?" She goes, "Well, technically, you don't have to do your fourth year." She goes, "You could just wait till July when we have graduation." I said, my mom and dad and me are already paying for the fourth year. She goes, "Well, if you want to get some extra credit and if you ever want to go to, get your master's," she's like, "you could take some extra classes." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Can I take what?" She goes, "Yep." She goes, "You're all done." She goes, "You can take whatever you want." So I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." So I just looked up in my school's catalog, like all the fun classes, and I took every single painting class they had. And then I took a drawing class because I was like, Fierce does. You guys know me. I like to do, my little doodles sometimes. I was like, I could, get some practice in, the doodles. Because I went to a film and art school. It is a college, but they focus more on film and art. Or any type of art. Painting, sculpting, writing, drawing, modeling, acting. They had it all there. They had metal work there. You could get a degree in metal sculpting. So that was fucking cool. So I took all fun classes my senior year. And I even donated one of my paintings to my school. And we all know what painting that was. That's right. Fears did a portrait of Fears Man. In retrospect, I wish I would have kept it because my school was in California and in Arizona. For some reason, it didn't do good in Arizona, so whenever I graduated, about a year or two later, they moved it from Arizona back to California. So I believe my college still exists in California, but it does not exist anymore in Arizona. So hopefully they took the Fears Man painting and put it in, my school in LA or wherever it is in California. But I donated it. So yeah. But again, I was like, damn it. I'm like, they moved it from Arizona. I'm like, so now it won't be on the wall. So if I ever wanted to go to Arizona again, because there's a couple of things that I want to do in Arizona that I didn't get to. I never got to go to the Grand Canyon while I was there because I lived in Tempe. And from Tempe to Arizona, that's like a 5 or 6 hour drive. It's way the fuck out there. There's some tourist attractions that I never got to go to because I was so busy doing my schoolwork. But Visions, I hope you're excited because I'm bringing my old demo reel. You're going to see some of the beginnings of Fierce's attempts at filmmaking. There's some stuff on there that I'm so embarrassed about, so we may have to take your clicker and whiz through it because I'm telling you, Visions, there's some things that I'm like, oh God, why the fuck did I film that? And seriously, like Randy's not kidding. I remember one time Randy sat down and goes, "Fierce, we need to have a serious talk." And I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, "Dude, what is it with you and fucking transitions?" And I said, "What do you mean?" "I love transitions." He goes, "Fierce, your short film doesn't need 25 transitions." So my first attempts at filmmaking, thank God I've gotten practice, and thank God you guys have seen the vlogs. Thank God they've gotten better. But if you, So if you go back on Fears Man Visions, I don't know if you've ever went to the very first video I've ever uploaded on Fears Man and the very first video on Fears Vlogs. At first, they were mixed together, but then when I finally created Fears Vlogs, I was like, all right, I need to get this shit organized. So I finally took every single thing that I uploaded from Fears Man and kept it on there, and then stuff that goes on Fears Man, I took it off of Fears Vlogs and put it on Fears Man, and that took fucking forever because I had to download a digital copy, re-upload it on Fears Man, delete it off of Fears Vlogs and shit like that. And I was like, all right, Fears Vlogs, it's just fucking solely the Fears podcast and vlogs. On Fears Man, I do about 10 to 12 different types of videos on Fears Man. So I was like, all right. But if you go back, the first 150 videos that I've uploaded on Fears Man are all my old projects from film school. But some of them were so embarrassing, and I'm willing to admit it, that I didn't upload them. And some of those are on the demo reel. And so Visions is going to get the first sneak peek. Like there's one where I did this real dark comedy about the talking shoes, where I throw away these old shoes and they just keep haunting me. They keep coming out of the trash, and the shoes are like, no, we're buddies. I think I called it the buddy shoes, something like that. It was the haunting buddy shoes, and they wouldn't. And I'm like, leave me alone. And then all of a sudden at the end, I can't take it anymore, and I just grab a gun and kill myself. And my teacher was like, wow, Fears, this is dark. And I was like, well, it's kind of a joke on horror movies, and it's kind of a joke parody on comedy, and I mixed it together. And she's like, well, she goes, I got to say, this is one of the most interesting short films I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, do I get an A? And she goes, oh, yeah, you get an A. But she's like, it's very dark. And so I was like, oh, shit, maybe I did it too dark. So it's so embarrassing. So Visions, when we watch it, I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be like, oh, God, don't judge me, It's going to be bad. Now, some of them are good. Some of them are good, but others I shudder the thought to see what Lord Visions is going to think of these. But you will love the Idiots movie. Visions, that's great. There's only one or two things that we're going to have to skim through because I don't want Visions to hear me sing. Back in the day, I thought I could sing. Guess what? I cannot sing. So we're going to whiz through the singing part because I can't put Lord Visions through that. So, yeah. Let's see. Visions got another joke. Why do they call black people of color then? Why? Why, buddy? Vision says, did you ever get to visit the Tempe Comedy Store? You know what? We went once. That was the comedy store that I was telling you about, Visions. Me and my friend and her boyfriend at the time, and then one of my buddies, we all went. So it was the four of us. And I don't remember... And I don't remember who asked me. I think it was one of my buddies. And I don't remember what comedian was there. Yeah. I was just asking because you said black wasn't a color. Oh, well, because whenever I did, those art classes, my art teacher said black really isn't considered a color. And I forgot the reason why she said that. But anyway. So yeah, I'm not reading that triple. I'm not reading that whatsoever. All right. Let's see. So what else? What else is going on? I think that's all the updates. That was a lot of updates. So to review, getting my hair cut this weekend. Maybe going to go see Creed 3. Maybe going back to FYE. I may do that again, or I may do something completely new. But I've been trying to get out there and do at least one thing a week on the weekends. Trying to get myself out there more. So haircut, doing something on the weekend, church on Sunday, probably grocery shopping before the drunk stream on Friday. Because once I get drunk, I'm going to get tired and get lazy. And then after I get drunk, I'll probably just fall asleep. Friday is going to be the St. Patrick's Day drunken stream. I'm going to try to finish off the bottle of the Crystal Skull vodka because I want to order a new one. But I said I will not order a new one until I finish that bottle off, and then I'm going to run it through the dishwasher, clean out all the existing liquor in there after I get done drinking, and I'm going to add it to the shelf over there because even though it's not a movie prop, We all know that I fucking love Dan Aykroyd, you know, in Ghostbusters. And Dan Aykroyd, you're a genius for making Crystal Skull vodka because it tastes fucking great. It's my favorite vodka. It's a little pricey, but it is, you get your money's worth. It is fucking great. Yeah. It's funny because it's probably true. Well, that's what my art teacher said, Visions. But there's a reason why she said when you're painting, she said gray isn't considered a color and black isn't considered a color. And there's a reason, though. But I forgot the reason. So, yeah. Yo, Jeremy, what's up? Now, Jeremy, did you follow me on TikTok? You should follow on TikTok. It's getting up there. We're up to 8,000. I lost a couple, but I've gained some. I've been chilling at 8,236 for a while, but I try to make at least 1 or 2 TikToks a week, and so it's getting there. We're getting the fan base up. I just find it so funny, guys, that I've worked so hard on both my YouTube channels, and then I've only had TikTok for a year. I make one sandcastle video, and it fucking blows up, you know? And really, technically, 8,000, I'll be honest. I love all my fans. But if you look at, like, TikTok stars, 8,000 is peanuts to them. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool, 8,000. Guess what? I've got 15 million viewers on TikTok. Well, good for you. Guess what? I do not have 15 million, you know, or 15,000 or 10,000, you know? So my dream would get, I kid you not, I would die a happy man if someday Fears got to 10,000 on each of my YouTube channels and 10,000 on my TikTok. Then if you add them all up, I would have 30,000 fans. That's a reasonable goal. I doubt I will ever get into the millions like Casey Neistat, and I know for a fact I'll never get to like Roman Atwood status, you know? But, I mean, that's the dream. If I ever got 15 million, then I could do some real good. Like, I remember one of the coolest videos that Roman Atwood did, and I have so much respect for him to doing it. And I would probably do the same thing because I feel so bad for these kids, man. He said, yeah, I do random acts of kindness sometimes. And one of the coolest random acts of kindness, you know, he gets all these sponsorship deals. Like, I think one of his sponsors, he has, like, Harry's razors and stuff. But he did this out of the kindness of his heart. He made a call to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a very cool charity. But I'll be honest, I wish that charity didn't exist. The reason why that charity exists, I feel so bad for these kids, man. These kids should not have to worry about dealing with AIDS and fucking leukemia. That's bullshit. They're little kids. They should be hanging out with mom and dad, playing in the backyard, you know, on the swing set with brother and sister. That's what they should be doing, instead of lying in a hospital bed. And it just sucks. But so one of the coolest things Roman Atwood ever did is that one of the kids' dying wish was, I want to be a YouTuber and I want to meet Roman Atwood. And I was like, oh man, I feel so bad for this kid. But Roman was like, hell yeah, I'll meet this kid. He went to Best Buy, bought the kid not one GoPro, but he bought him like 4 different types of GoPros. He bought him a new TV, new video game system. He bought him a drone. He bought him like 30 Blu-rays. I mean, he got the kid like the ultimate fucking haul that you can get, right? And I was like, man, that's so cool. So if I ever got to like 10 million or 15 million, I would do tons of like cool videos like that. Plus I'd travel more too. Oh yeah, if I had 15 million, almost every vlog would be like, hey, you know what? I feel like going to, you know, California for 5 days. Hey, you know what? Next week, I'm going to go to the Bahamas, you know? So for the next 2 weeks, it'll be Fears vlogs in the Bahamas. Yeah. So Visions, pack your sunglasses, buddy. So, because if I ever get 15 million, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go hang out with Lord Visions, you know, for a couple weeks. Lord Visions, you know, you tell Mrs. Visions, hey, I'll see you in about a week or 2. Me and Fear is going to go hang out in England. So there it is. Or bring Mrs. Visions, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Visions said, that's what I'm saying, that teacher. No, she wasn't German, Visions. She was, I think she was, this was in my film school. She was, oh God, I haven't thought about this in years. She was from a different country. She was the sweetest lady, though. I think she was from India. I think. But she was so nice. And she taught me a lot about painting. She taught me a shitload about painting, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, Jeremy says, how you been, brother? I've been doing all right, man. I've been doing all right. I've been doing okay. A few days ago was kind of a struggle because it was, Jeremy, I don't know if you know. Well, you may have known because I've told the fans, but it got a little emotional on my dad's birthday. I mean, I didn't show it on camera, but man, off camera, I was a wreck, dude. Whenever my mom showed me that photo of her at my dad's grave, I was like, oh, fuck. So that's a constant struggle, but my dad would have been 66. So shout out to my dad. Happy birthday. So yeah. Let's see. Jeremy said, this is one of the greatest wishes. Yeah, I mean, I would give back. Seriously, if I had 15 million, I would do tons of random act of kindness videos. Plus, I've told this to Randy. I said, Randy, those kids should not have to go through leukemia and AIDS and all that. I said, they're kids. I had a very blessed childhood. And I feel so bad for all those Make-A-Wish Foundation kids because what do? They're in a hospital, feeling like crap, constant pain. And then they have someone come in and say, you know, we don't know if you're going to make it. And to a kid, I'm sure that crushes their fucking life, their dreams. They're going to miss their family. And then if I was a kid, I'd be like, you know what? I don't want a last wish. Like my last, if I was a kid and I was going to die, I'm like, I don't want a last wish. I just want to hang out with my family, my friends. If I'm really going to go, my wish is just to hang out with my family, my friends as much as possible. So get them here, you know. That would be, you know, it's just bullshit that they have to go through that, you know. So if I ever got like, I would absolutely do what Roman Atwood did, but nothing against Roman Atwood. Fears would go the distance. I'd be like, look, I'll take your little haul that you bought, and Fears would spend like $1 million on those kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually give a damn. I mean, I know he gives a damn, but I give a damn more because I want to be a dad someday. And the thought of kids in the hospital, like hurting and in so much pain, that's such bullshit. They don't, like I said it a million times, they should be in their house, playing with brother, playing with sister, hanging out with mom and dad in the backyard, you know, dad on the grill, grilling a hamburger, you know, having a picnic with their family. That's what they should be doing, not lying in a hospital. And that kind of shit pisses me off, you know. So, shout out to all those kids that are hurting, you know, because it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, if I could, I'm telling you, Jeremy, if I had like 15 million or 10 million, I would do as much charity work as I possibly could. So yeah. Let's see here. Jeremy says, "Sorry, dog. That's a tough anniversary to keep without him." Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that my dad's gone. My dad was the coolest guy ever, man. Total man's man, a heart of gold. He thought about his family, his friends way before him. I try to lead by his example in everything I do. There's one thing I don't like. I did get my dad's low patience, and I did get my dad's temper. So yeah. So I don't like that, because we've all seen Fears at my best, and we've all seen Fears at my worst. I've been like, God damn it, you sons of bitches, fuck you. I mean, you guys have seen me off the fucking deep end, you know? And I hate when I'm like that, you know? Because I'll watch it back and be like, oh shit, that's so embarrassing. All right, time to delete. But then it doesn't matter if I delete it. You know that they're like, ooh, we gotta re-record it for the fucking archives because we're in the fucking Mockingbird. Oh shit, you know? I can only imagine the kind of shit they have in there. Why? Because they have no fucking life. Anyway. Yeah. Jeremy says, you're a really good dude. Hey, guess what, Jeremy? You're a good dude. I appreciate you saying that, though. So shout out to all my fans. Shout out to Tinder Immortal. She says, yo, what up, Tinder Immortal? What up, Jeremy? What up, Visions? What up, Triple? What up, Lord Visions? What up, let's see, who else is in here? Triple, Visions, Stinky Pete. Hopefully Stinky Pete's still here. Who else is in here? Stinky Pete. Heroes and Villains. So shout out to so I'll start at the top. Shout out to Heroes and Villains, Stinky Pete, Lord Visions. By the way, buy some cool shit at www.exhumvisions.com. Visions told a really funny joke. He says, how do you know when a Polish woman gets a vibrator? Her teeth are chipped. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, they would be chipped, though. Chippage. Shout out to Triple. Shout out to Tinder Immortal. Shout out to It's Jeremy. Oh, yeah. And shout out and shout out to Hollywood Toy Hunter. Triple says, all your trolls are just Randy alternate accounts. No, they're not. No, they're not. Let's see. Randy has been trolling on his main account on accident. No, he's just been making meme videos of me. But I told him it's okay to do that, Triple, because those meme videos were pretty hilarious. And so, Randy's the last person that would troll me. Like, Randy even asked, he goes, Fierce, do you mind if I upload this? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's fine. Hell, I just took his version of the meme video of the Please Be Patient, I've Got Crohn's, and I just uploaded it to my main channel, so be sure to check it out. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Pixel. Shout out to Pixel. Yeah. But you know what, Pixel? The hours have been picking up. The hours have been picking up. I've definitely been hitting more hours. Like, I'm finally back to 5 days a week. It took them forever, though, to get me back on 5 days a week. So the hours are getting better. Like, at the factory, it all depends what they want and how many boxes. Like, the worst it's been is, hey, guys, we've got 10,000 boxes. I was there for 30 minutes to an hour, which sucks. Because once they're done, they shut the factory down and then you're done. But, like, today was a great day. I got out at 8:30, but I came in at 2:30. So, and we had like 55 boxes. If we have anything 40,000 boxes or higher, then I know it's going to be a full day of work. Anything, like if it's 39 or 38, it'll probably be a half day of work. But I pick up some hours, like Pixel said, at my other job. So, and I just haven't told you guys what the other job is. But the goal is to eventually get a full-time job at the factory job and then get rid of the second job, because I don't like doing two jobs, you know? So, yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, Pixel, the hours, I appreciate you asking. The hours are picking up. Fears, can you explain that Polish joke to me? Well, I can't explain it to you. Visions is the one that told it. Visions is the one that told it. So, it's funny, but Visions said he got that joke from some other YouTube account. So ask him. Ask him about it. All right. Time to get... So I think that's all the updates. I'll keep you guys... If anything changes on Fierce's weekend plans, I'll let you guys know. But really, it's going to be kind of a chill weekend. That's all I've got planned. So Friday, doing the drunk St. Patrick's Day. By the way, happy pre-St. Patrick's Day, guys. Fierce will be wearing a green shirt. I'm probably going to top off the Crystal Skull vodka bottle because, like I said, I haven't touched it since Christmas. And then on Saturday or Sunday, well, Sunday I've got church. Either Saturday or after church, I'm going to get my hair cut. And then I may go see Creed 3. If I don't see Creed 3 this weekend, then I'll do it next weekend. Because I saw the trailer for Creed 3 when I went to go see Scream 6. And it looked amazing. And I've seen Creed 1 and I've seen Creed 2. So, yeah. So, I'll keep you guys updated. So, all right, let's get to the haul. All right. Here we go. All right, first, I needed some new work pants. So, but you know what? These shorts are, I get pants or shorts. I'll probably wear these. You can wear these out and about. Like, I've got some cool gray shirts and some black shirts that would go with this. But these are my new work pants. Because the other one, they started to get a hole in it. Because my keys kept itching the side pocket. All of a sudden, I looked down one day and there's a big hole in my pants. So, I had to get some new ones. So, some new work pants. But, you know, you wash these after work. And I could wear them on the weekend, too. So, some pretty nice Dickie pants. And then I had to get this shirt. Because I have not gotten a new Punisher shirt in quite a while. And the old Punisher shirt was like a medium or a small. So I had to throw that away since I've gained some weight. So I know I would never fit into it. And even if I do lose weight, I'll probably never ever get down to a small or medium. Probably I'll get down to a large. And then I'll have to get rid of all my extra large shirts and fucking buy new shirts and shit. But Fierce finally found a new cool Punisher shirt. Pixel, check this shit out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I saw it, and it was, how much was this? This was, oh, hang on. $7. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Punisher, baby. That's right. I love the Punisher. He's my favorite, like, because he doesn't have any superpowers. Let's just get that straight. No superpowers, but he's just a crazy motherfucker. You know? People killed his family, and he's like, oh, what? You want to kill my family? Well, guess what? I'm going to turn into a psycho. And he just kills all those gangster motherfuckers. Plus, the look of him. He's got this, like, bitchin' cool black, like, trench coat. You know, and then he's got this T-shirt. And the T-shirt from the movie and from the comic books, his son bought this shirt and gave it to him. So that's why he wears this shirt in remembrance of his wife and his kid. And then he wears, like, either black jeans or black pants. And then, well, at least in my version, I had the Punisher wear my favorite shoes, white and black Converse. In the comics, he wears, like, black commando boots because he's from the military. So he wears his old, like, black commando boots. So, yep. So, oh, yeah. So, Visions, what do you think about this shirt, buddy? So, I'll probably, whenever I come to visit you, I'll probably bring that shirt, too. So, yeah. Let's see. Punisher shirts are totally badass. I love the Punisher. He's my favorite anti-hero because you love him, but you kind of hate him. And you hate him because he is technically a murderer. He straight up, he has no superpowers, and he just basically kills people with guns. And killing people, that's never right. But it's a cool comic book. And I love the comic book movies. They need to make more comic book movies about him because he's such a complex character, you know? But we all know Fierce's favorite comic book hero. Dun-dun-dun-dun! That's it. Fucking Superman rules. If I had to pick a second one, again, Batman, he's cool, but he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a rich motherfucker. But that's cool, too. Because as Bruce Wayne, he does a lot of, like, charity functions and shit. And then he's like, hey, guess what? I'm going to go into the Bat Cave, and I'm going to play with my Bat toys, and I'm going to fucking batarang the shit out of someone. That's right. So Batman has a good place in my heart. The Punisher has a good place in my heart, and we all know that without Superman, there wouldn't be the almighty Fierce Man. And we all know how much Fierce Man is near and dear to my heart. So, yeah. Let's see. Pixel says, you need a badass can of pepper spray. Oh, for a minute, Pixel, I misread that. I was about to laugh. For a minute, I thought it read, you need a badass can of Dr. Pepper, and I was about to say, fuck Dr. Pepper. I've tried that 4 times in my life. My best buddy, Eric, he goes, Fierce, how do you not like Dr. Pepper? I'm like, I just don't like the taste of it. I'm like, you like it, that's cool. I'm like, some things you like, some things I don't like. I said, like, I've got my favorite, sodas. I said, just Dr. Pepper is not one of them. But yeah, yes, I do agree, though, Pixel. I mean, the Punisher, not only does he uses bombs, grenades, he uses pepper spray, he uses guns, he uses handguns, machine guns. So yeah. Let's see. Vision says, buying Black Rifle coffee and Punisher shirts, you need to buy a gun next. Well, you know what, buddy? I haven't been shooting in years. Like I said, Visions, the last time I shot a gun was probably that trip. It was me, my dad, my brother. I think my grandma came with us. We were all in Florida. And my mom doesn't like to shoot guns, but it was me and my dad and my brother. We drove down to Miami. And there was this big, I don't even know if it still exists, but I remember we all drove down to Miami because we were in that area. Because we were just vacationing. Like, we started in Fort Lauderdale, and then we went to the Daytona Beach. Then we went to Disney. I mean, we stayed, that trip we stayed like 2 or 3 weeks during the summer. It was awesome. And we just went down to Miami and we shot guns for pretty much all day, Visions. I mean, we were there for hours on end. And like I said, I shot handguns and I shot a couple of rifles down there. I shot some shotguns. But I don't remember much of the trip. I just remember like parts of it. But I remember shooting a 9mm with my dad. So that's the last time. I think I was like 16, 17. So I'm well overdue to, go shooting again, But again, Visions, you go shooting all the time. I don't go shooting. I like to shoot whenever, I go with family or friends, but it's been a while. But I'm looking forward to go shooting guns with Visions. That's going to be fun. Triple says, Fear's favorite comic book character is the Ghastly Grinner, obviously. False. That's my favorite episode of Tales. I almost said Tales from the Crypt. Triple, that's my favorite episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Ghastly Grinner, when I was a kid, was so fucking creepy. I remember watching that like when I was like 10 or 11 or when Fears was a wee little lad, and I watched the Ghastly. That's why I had to buy the prop, and so that's why it's over there. So yeah. Do you have any friends who are cops? Is Lord Randy a cop? Lord Randy is not a cop, but Jeremy, at one time, I did have a friend that was a cop. He's not a cop anymore. He's still my friend, but he's not a cop anymore. He retired, and I guess he got tired of the job, and he does something else now. My friend Nick used to be a cop. My friend Nick used to be a cop. And I remember one day we were at the gym, and he went, "You know what, Fears?" He goes, "Man, this job is getting tiring." I was like, "You love being a cop." I said, "You've been a cop for 10 years." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "But I'm getting burnt out." I was like, "Well," I said, "You could always do something else." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I just don't know what I'd do." I forgot what new job he has because I haven't talked to Nick in quite a while. I try to reach out to him 5-6 times a year, but but Jeremy, he finally quit. And so he's not a cop anymore. But he was a cop for about 10 plus years. So yeah. All right. Anyway, Visions, what did you think about this, buddy? Visions, I forgot to ask. Do you like the Punisher? Pixel, do you like the Punisher? I'm just curious. But Fears loves the Punisher. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, boo, yeah, had to get it. So yeah. All right, next. Next. All right. Well, you know me and my coffee mugs. New muggage. Oh, yeah. Star Wars Bounty Hunter Boba Fett. Randy, I finally said it right. I kept saying like Bobo. Like, yo, Boba Fett. Boba Fett. So, yeah. So, new muggage. And how much was this? Oh, it doesn't say. But I liked it. And Boba Fett is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Even though I get his name wrong sometimes. But you guys know my favorite Star Wars character, obviously, is Darth fucking Vader. Yeah, buddy. Whether he's on the light side or the dark side, he's just a mean, epic, crazy, going nuts motherfucker. And I do like Luke Skywalker, but if I had to pick a third one, it's this guy right here. So, new muggage. Let's see. Hell yeah, Visions. Vision says, Punisher was one of my favorites when I was a kid. The Max comics were pretty gnarly too. Max comics. You know what? Give me a second. I don't know. That may have passed by Fears when I was a kid because that's not ringing a bell. So hang on. Let me go to Google. And let's find out what Max comics are. It kind of rings a bell, but let me just go to Google Images and see what they are. So Max Comics. Let's see what this is. Let's see if it rings a bell. Let's see. Max Comics. Okay, so that's the name of the comics because there's because I just pulled up some pictures, Visions, and there's a lot of different characters under Max Comics. Like Deadpool's under Max Comics, Howard the Duck is under Max Comics, Nighthawk, Punisher. And I've never even heard of Nighthawk. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. Nighthawk. Kind of reminds me of Street Hawk, Fucking Street Hawk. Max Payne is under Max Comics. Well, that makes sense. Max Payne, Max Comics, And I think they turned Max Payne into a video game or some shit. I can't remember. It's that one fucking video game where he shoots and all the fucking bullets fly through the air like real slow, like fucking Matrix style. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I kind of remember Max Comics, but dude, it's all about the Punisher. But I was like, well, Punisher's so dark, and I know Visions is goth, and I was like, dude, Visions would have to have liked the Punisher, because even though the Punisher, he means well, even though he's a straight up killer, I understand why he turned into a psycho. Anyone would probably turn into a psycho if someone murdered my family. There'd be a whole different fears that would pop out. I would want revenge on those motherfuckers as quickly as possible. Oh yeah. So I get why Frank Castle turned into the Punisher. You know, he's having a picnic with his family. All of a sudden the mafia finds out some bad shit, you know, because of Frank's work. And then what do? They kill they kill his family. And they think they killed Frank, but he survives. And then that's when he turns into the Punisher. So yeah, I kind of remember Max Comics. But man, these pictures of the Punisher are rocking. Right on. He's got so many different looks. Like, he always has the trench coat, but then sometimes he doesn't do the trench coat. Sometimes he does, like, the military black camo pants with the military black commando boots. And then a bulletproof vest spray painted, you know, with the Punisher logo on it. And other times he just does the t-shirt with the black jeans, with the black shoes, with the black trench coat. So he's got different looks to him. But he usually goes all black, except for the white logo. Right on. That's cool. That's cool. Ha ha ha. Now you won't say Bobo. Exactly, Triple. Well, I didn't get it just because of that. I just got sick and tired of saying Bobo. I didn't mean to say Bobo. It just kind of slipped out, you know, like Boba, you know. I meant to say that, but also Boba Fett is, I mean, even though you only see him a couple of times, like in the earlier films, when you did see him, he was a badass, you know? And that one scene, like, where he's talking to Darth Vader about, like, the bounty on Han Solo's head, and he's like, what if he doesn't survive? He means a lot to me. I'm like, so some of those scenes, even though he says very little, he's a badass, you know? So as soon as I saw this mug, I was like, oh, this one would be a good part of the collection. So, new nerd mug. Oh, yeah. All right. Next on the list. All right, here we go. I found some new movies. Bam! Avatar. I've seen it before, but it's not into the collection. Now it is in the collection. So there we are. I used to watch this movie all the time with my British grandma. She introduced me to this movie. If you guys have never seen this movie, I believe it was shot in England. It's a very old 80s, maybe late 70s, either late 70s or early 80s movies. And it's got tons of British actors in it. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Classic Disney film. The entire cast is British. So I used to watch this movie all the time with my British grandma. So funny old classic, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I looked. I asked my mom, I was like, is that in the Missouri collection? I looked here, and she's like, nope, it's not in there. And I was like, oh. I'm like, I thought I had this one. Apparently I didn't, but now I do. And then this next one, I've heard mixed reviews, but it was only $7, $7 or $8, so I had to get it. I've heard good things about this next movie, and I've heard bad things. Some people like Fears. It's such fucking crap. Don't even waste your time. And then I've heard. I asked my friend Rick about this movie, and he was like, "Oh, Fears, it's fucking great." I thought, well, I said I'll get it for $7 and see what it is, because I love Thor. I love Thor, and this is the third one. So I'll give it a gander for $7. We'll see. So as soon as I watch it, as always, I'll do a review on it for you guys. But so that's the newest part. So not too bad of a haul. New mug, new work pants, new Punisher shirt, 3 movies, and then I got some more shampoo. So that's it. By the way, this is my favorite shampoo. This is my favorite shampoo. And if they don't have this, then I get this. So yeah. Plus, it's so cheap, too. So yeah. Wait, is that the fourth one? The fourth one? Oh, it is the fourth one. They got Thor, then Thor, the one where he's in England. Then the third one is Thor Ragnarok or whatever the hell it's called. That is the fourth one. Well, I've seen all three, but I only have. I've got the first Thor and I've got the third one. Now I have the fourth one. So the only one I need to get is the second one. So yeah. So again, DVD Blu-ray guy. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people, like my buddy Rick at work, was like, "Fears, it's fucking great. Try it." And it was only like $7 or $8 at Walmart. So I thought, all right, I'll give it a go. Because I never judge anything until I watch it. So, but then I've heard stuff like Blu-ray guy. Oh, it's horrible. Fears, don't even like waste your time. So we'll see. We'll give it a gander. But yeah. But DVD Blu-ray guy, you got here late, so I'll show you. Mug. Movie. New Punisher shirt. And then work pants. So yeah. All right. Time for some reviews. Let's start with Night at the Museum. Okay, the first one's great. The other two, fucking horrible. But if I had to pick between the second and the third one, the second one is my second favorite. The third one is just horrible. But this one will always be my favorite. And it's basically about this kind of, this guy, his name is Larry Daly, and he's got a son, and he's just down on his luck, man. He goes from one job to the next. Each job is more horrible than the next one. And then his ex-wife's like, look, I don't think you should see our son until you get really settled. So she's like, no more moving. You know, it's always a new home, a new job. She's like, find a house or an apartment in New York, stay there, and get a stable job. So he goes, and he's like, all right. He's like, all right, I need to get my shit together. So he goes to a job agency, and the lady's like, I don't have much, but she's like, I have this one thing. Maybe you'll get lucky. He goes there, and it's a night guard. So he's about halfway through his shift, and everything's, flowing, chilling. And all of a sudden, guess what? The whole museum comes to life. He's freaking out, but in the morning, he's like, well, this is kind of cool. So he's freaked out, but kind of cool. So he doesn't know whether to keep the job, and he's like, you know what? Fuck it, keep the job. And then towards the end, the old night guards decide to try to steal a bunch of artifacts, and he has to stop them. It is a funny, like, Disney comedy. It's pretty good. I think Disney produced this. Did they? I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. It's got Robin Williams in it, R.I.P. for Robin Williams. It's got some funny scenes in it. Definitely an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. So yeah, it's got a bunch of famous people, and I forgot his name, but he's in the Twilight series. Of course, Ben Stiller, he's been in everything. He's in one of my favorite movies with Jim Carrey, the motherfucking Cable Guy, and he directed it. So it's worth a watch. So yeah, all right, time for Masters of the Universe. Visions, if you've never seen this, have you seen this? This is a classic. It's 80s classic garbage, but it's great garbage. It was Dolph Lundgren's very first film. He's a bodybuilder. He was an athlete, and then he decided to go acting, and there he is as He-Man in all of his glory. Good old Skeletor here. I'm Skeletor, bitches! So they took a cartoon and turned it into a movie. I love it. They need to remake this movie, but I love the original. I need to get it on Blu-ray. This guy, that was his first film, and if you guys remember this guy was in all 7 seasons of Voyager, and he played Tom Paris in Voyager. So this guy played Tom Paris in Voyager. Courtney Cox, that was her very first film ever. Vision says, "Oh yeah," and he did play the Punisher. Give me 1 second. And there he is, right there. He played the Punisher. So, and he did okay as him playing the Punisher. But I think but he played the Punisher after this. There is some good sequences in this. I mean, it was a big budget, but the way they filmed it, there's some cheesy scenes. So it's like half great but half horrible. So the actual movie, I would give probably a 6 out of 10. But it's like an okay watch. It's one of those movies, it's like comfort food. If you got nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon, pop this in, get a few laughs, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, they shoot in beautiful locations. Skeletor's palace is epic. Like, I can't tell you how much money that they spent on that set, but it's huge. Skeletor's palace is huge. The inside. So, yeah. That's right, Triple. Her last name is Cox. But that was her first film. And she does all right. And this was way before her, her series, Friends. So, but look how she looks super young in it. I forgot the guy who played Skeletor. Who played Skeletor? It's got Meg Foster in it as Evil Lynn, and if you guys, Meg Foster was in They Live, so she's a good actress. It's got James Tolan in it. I've met him, and James Tolan, I think that's how you say his last name. He played Strickland out of Back to the Future, the bald guy. I've interviewed him at a convention. I took a picture with him. He signed me an autograph. Great guy, great interview. That's on my channel. It's an old convention interview that I did with him way back in the day. I think I interviewed him in 2011, 2012. But nicest guy ever. So it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. Let's see. Triple says crazy. LOL. Triple. You guys are on the comedy today, my friends. You guys are hilarious. That's why I love you guys. So, check this out. Planet Eternia and the Castle of Grayskull are under threat from the evil Skeletor, dun dun dun, who wants to take over the planet. A group of freedom fighters led by the heroic, epic He-Man are accidentally transported through time to Earth by a mysterious cosmic key which holds the power to make Skeletor all-powerful and mighty. Once on Earth, He-Man joins alliances with two teenagers as they attempt to find the key and return home. Dun dun dun! So, it's cheesy, it's hilarious, it's Americana, and they took a hilarious little cartoon that Fears used to watch when I'm 8 years old and turned it into a movie. I will say this. No Orko. No, Orko did not make the cut. Instead, they got some hilarious little person, and he was called Gwildor. So Gwildor kind of represented Orko, but Orko was a floating creature. I didn't even really know what he had, like a massive red hat, big white and black glowing eyes, a red kind of robe, and he had like white gloves on, and or something like that, and he just kind of floated through space and time and through the air and shit. So no Orko. Orko did not make the cut, but He-Man made the cut. Skeletor, Master at Arms, He-Man, thank the sorceress you're alive. You know, his classic line, and that's probably my favorite. That's my favorite classic line out of the film. My favorite scene is where He-Man goes nuts, and he's like, no! He's like, I won't leave the sorceress! No, no! And then the sorceress is like, but you must, He-Man, you must go! And he's like, you still have time. You have until moonrise. And then he's like, come on, Gwildor! And he grabs Gwildor, like this little short person, and he's like, die, Skeletor! And then he just jumps, and there's a full-on Superman right through the time portal. So that's probably my favorite scene, because it's so fucking hilarious. If I had to pick a second favorite scene, probably the shootout scene between Evil Lynn and Skeletor, and they just totally trash this music store. I mean, there's nothing left at this music store once they get done with this battle. They're smashing guitars, they're smashing drum sets. There's nothing left of this fucking music store once they get done with it. So that's probably my second favorite scene. So it's definitely worth a watch. So yeah. Yep. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We've been going for about an hour and 25 minutes. I need to get a late lunch. I'm going to take a shower. Well, I'm going to go work out, then take a shower, and then get some editing in because I've been trying to upload more videos. I did upload another video last night, so check out the meme video that I made of Randall's. I memed myself. I memed myself, which is fine. I thought it was hilarious. Randall memed me, and then I took a little bit of Randall and a little bit of my own creation, mixed it together. So check that out on the main channel. Please be patient. I got Crohn's. That's the name of the little video that I made last night. It's about 2-3 minutes long. So yeah. So I'm going to eat, shower, work out, and I'm going to try and edit another video and have it up before I have to go to work. I don't have to be at work until 3:45 tonight. So I should get out of work because I asked my boss when I left this morning. I said, tomorrow are we going to have a full shift? And she went, oh yeah, Fear. She goes, we're expecting 60,000. So I should go in there at 3:45 and get out around 9 or 9:30. So we'll see how long they keep me tomorrow. So yeah. Vision says most excellent. Yeah, dude. Most excellent. Visions, you've been watching a little bit of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Dude, they are... Listen, they may not be the smartest guys in the world, but they're the two biggest epic buddy movie of all time. Like fucking Bill looks at Ted like, Ted, dude, you're being so undude right now, all right? Quit being undude. And then Ted's like, yeah, my bad, you know? And then all of a sudden Ted does his fucking classic line because he's so dumb. He's like, yeah, now what? He says now what like 90 times through the film. Like Bill's the thinker, Ted's more of the buddy kind of guy. But man, you gotta love some fucking Bill and Ted. Listen, hopefully if I make it to 96 years old, they better make another Bill and Ted. They've got 3 so far. I need just one more Bill and Ted. One more Bill and Ted. So yeah. When are the full-length vlogs coming? Well, it depends on what you mean by that Blu-ray guy. There's some vlogs I do, they only last like 5-10 minutes. Some vlogs last about 20 minutes because I know people have low attention spans, so I try to less is more. But if I go on an epic adventure, I think like the longest vlog I've ever done is like an hour-long vlog. And that's when I was still dating my ex. And I made this anniversary video that I think lasted like 45 minutes to an hour. So that's the longest vlog I've ever done. But normally my vlogs are anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. I try to keep it in that range. They're coming very soon. Probably the next 2 vlogs. The next 2 vlogs will be whenever I went to hang out with Randy at the beach, and we were in Daytona. We were there for a couple reasons. 1, because I hadn't hung out with Randall in like 5 or 6 months, like in person. 2, we went there for Daytona Bike Week. 3, I haven't been to the beach in a year. And then Randy's like, Fears, I know you want to go to FYE, and I was like, yes, I want to buy some movies, and we went there. So that's coming. That'll probably be the next vlog, and then the vlog after that will probably be the little tiny vlog where I went to the movie theaters and I'm going to tell you guys what I think of Scream 6. So those 2 vlogs are the next 2 I'm going to work on. Probably the next one after that, I need to edit Super RetroCon, because that one's going to be a big vlog, because I was there for 2 days and I filmed from dusk till dawn. Both days. So that's going to be a biggie. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. You guys know I love you. Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Thank you guys always for all your love and your support and your likes and your comments and all that good stuff. You guys are the reason. The loyal fans, you guys are the reasons why I do the streams and the videos And we just keep building the Fears, the Fears channels up. How far can we get the Fears vlogs and Fears Man 26 channels? I don't know. That's why we go on the journey together. I guess we'll find out. If you haven't subscribed to my TikTok, roll on over to TikTok, Fears Man 26 on TikTok. If you want to check out my photography, check me out on Fears Man 26 on Instagram. I love photography. If I'm not filming, I'm taking pictures of stuff. So yeah. Check out Pixel, Lord of the Pylons at Pixel Protocol. And also, while you're there, check out his wrestling channel. Pixel, forgive me. I know we're buddies. I love you like a brother, but I forgot the name of your wrestling channel. I forgot the name of it. I watch it, but I forgot But if you go to Pixel Protocol and you go to the About section and click the channels, it'll have the name of his 2 channels. So check that out. Check out my buddy Visions, Lord Visions, at www.exhumvisions.com. Before I go, I want to read something that Visions sent to me. I don't think Visions will mind. Give me 1 second. I need to grab my phone. Because I'm excited about this. Give me 1 second. Visions, I think you know where I'm going with this. Give me 1 second. All right. So I asked Visions a question. And Visions, I hope you don't mind me reading this, because I was just curious. So let me see. So I said, so serious question: is the whole Lord Vision family excited for the Fears Man visit? And I said, also, what did you think about the stream? And he said, it was good. I didn't make it through the whole thing because it's a pretty long stream. Yeah, the whole family is looking forward to it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Vision's family, get ready to meet an epic guy. And I can't wait to meet the epic, the legendary Lord Visions and his cool family. Because Visions has told me not a lot about his family, but some about his family. But I'm sure they're wonderful people. And, hopefully I can meet, the hot, sexy sister of Mrs. Visions. Maybe there's still hope. And I didn't know that she had 2 sisters, so maybe I could bounce from one sister to the next sister. I'm joking. I kid. But Visions told me both of the sisters are pretty hot, so there we are, Visions, I would just lose my mind one day if I, ended up dating one of your girlfriend's sisters. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, Visions, guess what? I'm getting married to one of them. And Visions would be like, oh, my God, now Fears is in the family for life. Would you fucking lose your mind? It would be great. It would be hilarious. I'd be like, hey, man, what are the chances of this happening, But, yeah. No, I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait for... Now, but I will say, I am a little disappointed about... Not about Visions. I'm a little disappointed about... I understand, though. You guys have to understand that me and Pixel have been friends more than me and Visions. So, Pixel, I'll be honest. When you wrote me that message, and I'm not trying to make Pixel feel bad. Pixel wrote me, and he was very nice about it. He said, Fears, it's not that I don't want to hang out. We're buddies. We're pals. I love you, brother. He goes, I've just got too busy of a schedule. But listen, I said, Pixel, listen, I totally get it. I totally understand. I said, you got to take care of your mom. You've also got a job, because Pixel hasn't told me what job he does, but he said, Fears, I work a lot of hours. I said, I get it. I work a lot of hours too. I said, trust me, I got 2 jobs. I'm like, I understand. And he goes, plus, in between the working, Pixel said, well, it helps me relax. I like to do what I like to do and go to cons. I said, I get it. I do the same thing. I said, fuck work sometimes. I'm like, I'm going to a convention. I'm going to go relax. I'm going to go buy some cool nerd shit, So, I get it. But, man... I was a little disappointed, but Pixel's like, maybe next year, Fears, or maybe later on in the year when all the conventions are done. So, but Pixel, we've got to get on that hangout, man. I want to drink some beer and get drunk and play some video games. And Pixel, you have no idea how excited I am. I want to see the Pixel Nerd Cave, because Visions, oh my God, Pixel showed me some pictures of his fucking nerd cave, and I think he has it I think Pixel said it's in an attic, in the attic of his house, which is fucking cool. And I've seen some pictures of inside. One of the coolest things Pixel showed me, it's 2 things. Hang on. God, there's so much cool shit. I'd say my 3 favorite things, Pixel, out of your nerd collection. One is the Resident Evil Healy Juice bottle. That's so fucking cool. I got to get that in my collection one of these days. Number 2, Keith Davids wrote "Motherfucker." You know, his legendary line on your Blu-ray Steelbook, and you show me a picture. That's my second favorite because I love They Live. Plus, Keith David has the fucking greatest line in it. You know, he is fucking great. And then Pixel showed me a video when Pixel met him and Keith David was at his booth just like having fun, like dancing and singing and shit. And I was like, dude, that is like the coolest, like, positive guy fucking ever, you know? That's the second thing. And then the third thing was this, what was it? Oh, hang on. Pixel, you're going to have to help me out. Was it the signed poster of, I think you have both. It was the signed poster of Nick Castle signed, and the whole cast signed. Was it the fucking Halloween one, or was it the fucking Jason one that you have? One of those, that's my third favorite thing that you have in your collection. So, but one of these days, I hope I get to hang out with Pixel. So I was a little bummed about that, but I know it's going to happen. I know. So Pixel, I'm not trying to say that, you know, to make you feel bad. I get it. I understand. You know, people are busy, got busy lives, busy schedules. So it's going to happen one day. And I also told Pixel, hey man, as soon as I come to visit you, mi casa, su casa, come on down here. We'll hang out in Florida, get some beer, and I'll show you the Fears Florida collection because I have another collection in Missouri. Visions, same thing goes to you. Once I come and visit you, you are more than welcome to come, or you can come visit me even before I come visit you. So get on, bring Mrs. Visions, come on down, get some fun in the sun in Florida. It's always sunny, you know. Vision says 100% yes. Wouldn't that be nuts though, Pixel? I'm like, hey, Visions. I keep saying Pixel. Visions. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like I meet Mrs. Visions, like two hot sisters, and then I just pick my favorite, and then I start dating her, and then I'd be like, hey, Visions, guess what? I am marrying, you know, Mrs. Visions' sister. I'm telling you, Visions would have a shit fit. But in a good way. He'd be like, oh, fucking Fears. He's being part of the family. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, brother. That would be fucking great. Oh, my God. But you know what? If that ever happened, you know my policy. I treat ladies with dignity and respect. I mean, I say a lot of jokes, you know, about hot sluts and all that stuff. But really, anytime I'm in a relationship, I treat my lady like a queen, you know. So if I did do that, I would treat her with dignity and respect, buy her tons of flowers, you know, take her out to nice dinners, you know, be a good guy. Be a good guy. Because that's what you do. And I get real pissed off when, you know, you hear these horror stories about guys like abusing women, screaming in women's faces, hitting women. And I've always come to a woman's defense. Remember I told you guys that story where I didn't really know the girl. She would always come by my locker. Like, I had my locker. It was senior year. I wanted to kill this guy for doing this. I mean, Fears had red in his fucking eyes when this guy did this to this girl. And I didn't even know this girl. Like, she would always come by, hey, Fears, what's going on? And I had one class with her, but we would always talk Visions because her locker was here and my locker was here. And I'd be like, oh, hey. And I forget her name. I think her name, was Susan. I think. All of a sudden, one day, she's like, yeah, I'm kind of bummed, Fears. And I was like, why? What's going on? And she's like, oh, my boyfriend and me, we're always fighting and shit, and he's an asshole. I'm like, well, then dump him. I'm like, if he's being an ass to you, like, tell him, hey, fuck you, get out of here, you know? And she's like, well, I'm kind of afraid. And I was like, listen, I said, never be afraid of a guy, Susan. I think that's her name. Let's just go with Susan, because it's a long time. It was a long time ago. I said, listen, if he's being a dick to you, I'm like, tell him to fuck off, you know? And I said, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I said, just be honest with the guy. But hey, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. You know? And if he's being a dick to you, I said, why would you stay with him? I said, that makes no sense whatsoever. And she's like, yeah, you're probably right. And I was like, no, I said, you should do it. And I said, listen. And I said, I know we're not big time friends, but I said, I always enjoy our conversations, you know, like when we're in between classes at the locker. And we would always, Fears is old. So we, in my day of schooling, nothing was on a fucking tablet, you know, you fucking hilarious youngsters. I actually had books that I had to put in my book bag, and then in between classes, I'd be like, oh shit, I need my English book. All right, take out my math book, put it in my locker, grab my English book, put it in my backpack, off to fucking English class, you know? You youngsters have got it so easy. my check this out, Visions. My cousin Tabitha said like one of her because one of her it's either her son or her daughter, they're getting into high school now, and they said the only reason they use their lockers now is for like after school activities. But everything's online now, so you bring a computer to school, or you bring or a laptop, or you bring like an iPad. All their books are online, and I was like, dude, I would have 9 to 10 books in my backpack, and it would be killing Fears' back. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, well, then they probably don't even need a backpack in school now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, they got it way too easy. You know, Visions knows. Visions is almost as old as me. A lot of you guys know. A lot of you guys in the chat, maybe not everybody, but a lot of you guys in the chat, remember the old school days? You had to like put 1,000,000 books in your backpack, all that crap. So anyway, so all of a sudden I'm about to leave my locker, and this idiot comes up, starts giving her a bunch of shit, and he goes, seriously, he goes, I don't even know why I stay with you. I remember that, and then in my mind, I'm like, well, why don't you just fucking fuck off then, dude? And she goes, and I think his name was Brian or something. She goes, you know what, Brian? And I could finally see that she was standing up to him, and I guess he didn't like that. She goes, you know what, Brian? She goes, I don't like the constant you yelling at me. She goes, I'm just trying to do my schoolwork. And she goes, you're a nice guy, but she goes, I don't think it's going to work out. And in my mind, I said, yeah, good for her, you know? And all of a sudden, he went, oh, yeah? And he went, gung, and slapped her across the face. Oh, man. Fears went from happy-go-lucky Fears to you fucking son of a bitch. And I raced in, grabbed him, went gung, punched him in the neck. Or it was either a neck or I slapped him back, something like that. I remember him falling to the ground, and he goes, really, Fears? And I went, yeah, really. I'm like, don't you touch her ever again. And I'm like, I'm dead fucking serious. And then all of a sudden a teacher came out of nowhere and was like, you, to the office. And I was like, I don't care if you give me after school detention. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, this guy is a fucking scumbag. He shouldn't hit a girl. That's bullshit. I'm like, in my eyes, he's not a man. I'm like, any man that hits a girl, fuck that, you know? So they let me off easily. I think I had like 1 or 2 days of detention. She goes, Fears, it's admirable what you did, but she's like, you shouldn't attack another human being. I said, well, guess what? I said, he shouldn't have attacked another human being. And she goes, I get it, but she's like, you just can't hit someone. I said, I understand. And she goes, so just, I think it was like 2 days of detention, but it was well worth 2 days of detention. So yeah. Remember in Blank Man when the bad guy was hitting his lady and Blank Man said, slap me around and call me Susan? I do remember that, Visions. I do. And he's like, I warned you, Susan. And then just slaps the shit out of Blank Man. You know? Blank Man's fucking great. I love Blank Man. And if you guys look, me and Randall have took aspects of Blank Man and put it in Fears Man. Because I told Randall, whenever we started working on Fears Man Visions, I was like, Randall, we're going to take a lot out of Superman and do a parody of Superman. But I said, listen, if you like something from Batman, we'll steal some shit out of Batman. We'll steal some shit from The Flash. And Randall's like, oh, Fears, so you want to grab stuff from other superheroes? I said, yeah. I said, why not? I said, it's a parody of superheroes. I said, mostly it's a parody of Superman. But I said, why not? I said, we can steal shit from other superheroes. I said, and who's going to stop us? I said, we'll steal from here, we'll steal from there. I said, that's what Fears Man's all about. I said, Fears Man is supposed to be a funny, light comedy and just parody the shit out of it. And I said, but again, because Randall loves the shit out of Batman, I like Batman too, but not as much as Randall. There's a lot of people in the community that love the shit out of Batman. He is a good character, so that's why there's a couple of like Batman references, a couple of scenes from Batman. We've just did a parody. If you look, there's a lot of Batman in it and a lot of Superman in it. Mostly it's Superman. Vision says, hell yeah. Slap me around and call me Susan. And then the guy kind of looks looks away. Vision's lumber. You know, the villain, he's got like a black, what is it, like a black trench coat or a black like leather jacket on. He's got like white hair and he's got like a white mustache and he's got a gun and shit and like fucking, he's got like 4 or 5 bedazzled chains on and shit. And I'm like, dude, an old guy has got fucking bedazzled chains on. I'm like, this guy's like 70, the villain. And he kind of looks away and he just goes, gung, and like slaps Blank Man. He's like, I warned you, Susan. And he just beats the shit out of Blank Man until Blank Man's like sidekick, Other Guy, comes. And then Other Guy knows karate. And it's fucking hilarious. Blank Man's sidekick is called Other Guy. Hilarious. No, Blank Man's fucking great. They need to make a sequel. Visions. I don't know why they didn't make a sequel, but anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard that story before about me standing up for that girl, but oh man, I was pissed. I was like, this guy honestly thinks he can get away with hitting a girl. I was like, all right, I'm done. And literally, Fears' eyes went from blue-green to, I saw fucking red. And I was like, I'm going to fucking destroy this guy. And I did. I can't remember, I was so mad. I can't remember if I slapped him back in the face or I punched him, but I know he hit the ground and he hit it quick. And I got 2 days of detention for it. But my mom and dad were really proud that I stood up, for that girl. Because I'm telling you, so guys out there, do never hit a woman. Because if Fears finds out about it, I'll be pissed beyond belief. So, yeah. So don't do that. You're not a man if you hit a lady. Visions goes, hell yeah. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be hell yeah, Visions? I mean, fucking Blank Man's great, And that's one of the greatest scenes. Another one is, where you finally see the inside of, like, the Blank station, and it's just worthless crap everywhere, And then that lady's like, what do you call this stuff? Junk! And then she's like, yeah, but it's great junk. And then he's like, do you want a soda? And then he hits J5 and like a soda pops out and gives it to the girl. It's fucking hilarious. That movie is great. Oh, Visions, oh Lord Visions. It's so good. Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. This has been fun. This has been a fun stream, So, I got a couple of things to do before worko. So I'm going to take a little nap. I'm getting old, man. I need my naps. Someone said, Fears, do you think you take more naps than Sega? And I was like, possibly. But I still think Sega is the nap master. I'm telling you, Visions, when I come to visit you, don't be surprised if Fears naps out on the couch, for an hour. It may happen. It may happen. It may not happen. But I'll probably take at least 1 or 2 naps when I come to see you. Just not in the coffin. Just not in the coffin. I'm telling you, the coffin thing, it's kind of freaking me out. But I don't judge anyone. I cannot wait to film a scene. I promise you guys, Fears will get in the coffin at least once. So I'll give Visions the camera. Visions can record me. And I'll be like, all right, guys, this is the one and only time you'll see Fears in a coffin before Fears' death. I'll get in the coffin, and I'll do a fucking Wednesday Addams. I'll do this just for like 2 seconds, just for the fucking video. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm getting out of here. So, yeah. The coffin thing, man. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Man, oh, man. All right, well, tomorrow you'll be seeing Fears drinking coffee, and I'll probably mix, some vodka in with my coffee, which will be in boba, not Bobo, Boba Fett. So anyway, let me write in the comments section, what did you think of the mini Walmart haul? So I'll probably do a mini haul this weekend. So I don't know, we'll see. All right, I'm taking off. But Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Keep watching. Keep subscribing. Keep liking. I love you guys. You guys are the best. All right, this is Fears. Signing off. Peace.